So he just drastically changed his appearance, I guess? Like, yeah, you know, that could be fine. A visual representation of, like, a change within you. You know, if you feel bitter. Like, he looks like a typical punk delinquent, so he seems like a typical cliche representation of if, like, a good, quote-unquote, just a good, innocent kid, like Sakurai, turned into, like, a delinquent. Like, he, you know, that's a pretty stark contrast. That could be him turning to a bad streak or something. Not necessarily anybody who looks like Lowe is a bad person, but you know what I mean? It's like a very cliche representation. So it could have been us acting out and feeling pain inside. We wanted a drastic change. We wanted to, you know, be rebellious. Like, I could see it. I could see us transforming into this guy, I guess. So as we're going up the stairs, no matter what I ask Lowe, he remains silent and doesn't look at me. So yeah, okay, we've gone through the stairs before, but Lowe's right in front of me. His back is completely defenseless. I could grab him and throw him down the stairs. It scares me that the thought occurs to me so naturally. Okay, I'll skim through this since we've seen this. Before my very eyes, he killed Kamiya. He made Nikaido suffer. I haven't forgiven him, and I'm sure neither has Nikaido. Beside me, Nikaido's head is bowed. She doesn't look the slightest bit concerned about Lowe. She knows who Lowe is. Maybe that's why she's not as cautious. Meanwhile, I absolutely loathe him. It's got to be a representation of, like, the hate inside of us. So, like, it's all, like, so symbolic whenever we're screaming at each other, insulting each other. It's insulting different parts of ourselves, being frustrated with ourselves. Like, it's, you know, that would make sense. It kind of seemed like that was the case several points throughout the story, but, like, it just never was confirmed. And, like, plus, I don't know, there's so many questions. There's a lot of questions. I can tell he's got his own story. Though he tied us up and threatened to kill us, he never did. So I guess he never wanted to hurt us because we are him and we needed to get our past self? Okay, so if we're running with this theory, we needed to get our past self to kill Nikaido because that's what he would have wanted. He wanted her dead, so in order to end this, I guess if this was all created by his anger and vengeance, in order to finish everything, he specifically needed his past self, who didn't kill Nikaido, because Nikaido ended up ending her own life. I suppose to make it come full circle to satisfy him, he needed his past self to kill her. Maybe that's what this is? I don't know. I don't know, man. Okay, so that's why he can't harm either of us, because he needs to make that specific situation happen. And he's got to have everybody else realize. So why does he want to force everybody else to realize how they abandoned Nikaido? Because that's more so showing sympathy for Nikaido, showing sympathy for her rather than vengeance. So, I mean, is it like Rin is also kind of running the show here a little bit because she's pushing people sympathizing, and I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm confused. It seems like there's a lot of different what am I trying to say? Scenarios? No. My mind is blanking. Anyways, a lot of different objectives, let's say here. There's got to be a reason why he didn't and yet still felt the need to restrain us. Is he under orders from someone? Maybe that's his objective? I don't know. But regardless of whatever circumstances he's in, I will never forgive Lowe. Okay. So we're here. We're here. We're at the final stage. We're here. What's gonna change this time? Alright, y'all, I had to skip through a lot of cutscenes that we've already seen. Basically, you know, when we started the rooftop scene, we're like, okay, stab her, but we don't even know that Rin exists at that point, so we have to have the flashbacks about Rin, which literally came out of nowhere, and we're like, wait, what? Because we thought, like, she was the victim because she killed herself. It's like, you must have been the victim. It's like, no, it's this random girl that you never even knew about. And then we had a bunch of flashbacks of, like, how we, as a hero, tried to be a hero and then affected the people in our lives. So there's a lot of different cutscenes of that, and it's all pretty much exactly the same. Finally, now that we kind of have more information from Lowe, this is the point where we try to make our decision whether we want to stab her or not. We're sort of getting memories back of, like, her being accused of killing her and stuff like that. We're sort of starting to get those memories back. We started to say something different. I wasn't sure at first. It all kind of sounded the same for a very long time. I was just sitting here clicking it. But I'm going to start reading from here because it sounds like he's trying to think about his decisions and he's trying to actually make an informed choice. So let's go through this. So this is about the same, but it starts to branch soon enough. Lowe, this is just... You shut the hell up! This is between me and him! I saw Nikaido die. That can't be true. It has to be a lie Lowe made up to corner me. I wouldn't have left her to fend for herself. I wanted to become the hero Dean wanted. I wanted to believe in my convictions, in the me Dean had formed. But now, I clearly remember leaving Nikaido for dead. Did I really do it? How does it feel to know you were the bad guy all along, Kyosuke? You and I are the same. Probably very literally, I think we're the same person. So cut the nice guy bullcrap and kill this hoe. You already saw her die once. I had left Nikaido to die out of sheer resentment. It would be easy to deny it by saying, that's impossible. If I closed my eyes and cupped my ears, then I could believe that I was a good person. I could stay locked up in my safe shell forever. Hating Nikaido was easy too. All it took was the flip of a switch to make me frame Nikaido as the villain who killed Rin. It would be so easy to stab her. What should I do? Which me do I choose? They're making it which me, like either me or him, which me do I choose, right? What should I? No. They're both wrong. I can't make decisions based on new information someone else is feeding me. Right? Like, literally, we can't trust our memories. We've never been able to trust our memories the entire game because we don't know anything. We don't know what happened in the past. We're suddenly gaining these new memories. It's very selective what's happening. It's been frustrating. It's been frustrating that we can't figure things out on our own, and we literally have to have the game feed us information and be like, okay, well, I guess this is our past memory now. I guess this is what's happening now. So I don't know if they're being as meta about this, but I'm feeling frustrated. So I can't make decisions based on new information someone else is feeding me. I can't let myself be led on by others. I need to think about everything I've seen so far and decide. Okay, so this sounds different. I'll regret it otherwise. At least, it sure felt like I would, because you've already done this once before. You've already chosen this once before. The resolve I had begun holding on to at some point begins smoldering in my heart. I need to see the facts that have been presented to me. If someone holds me by the hand again, I won't be able to change. I need to figure out what had happened in the past. Maybe this is our moment, finally. Maybe this is our moment of overcoming our weaknesses and turning it into a strength. Like every single other character made their choice to overcome their own obstacles, in the true path, and then they found some sort of relief, and that's why they all disappeared. They had some sort of closure. We haven't quite had our moment as Sakurai. Maybe this is our moment of finally overcoming, what troubles us. I need to become a hero. The hell are you staring at me like that for? Quit it, it's gross. The greatest mystery of my memories, Lowe. I still don't know where to place him, right? Even this far in, like obviously you watching this and me going through this, we have a strong feeling of like his identity, but like the characters themselves and like the plot story-wise, like they don't explicitly tell you nothing. We've literally played this game twice now and still it's like, who the hell is this guy? What the hell is he? As long as I don't know who Lowe is, he's gonna keep leading me by the nose. Think. The 9th person in my group of 8 childhood friends. So if they really make him a different person, that's gonna be BS, man. I'm pretty sure he's us. For starters, I only had 8 childhood friends. I'm sure of it. Lowe doesn't deny it either. The 8 of us were always together because we're one and the same. So, 1 plus 7 still makes 8. What's strange is the fact that none of us can remember Lowe. As incomplete as our memories were, my childhood friends still remembered each other. So, is Lowe being the 9th childhood friend a total lie? Maybe, but I can't be sure. Lowe knows our personalities so well that it gives me the creeps. He's not my childhood friend, but the amount of information he has on us is on the same level. Then I remember the information on the billboard. Lowe was the only one exempt from being a suspect. At the time, I was fixated on the supposed conclusion of Lowe isn't the killer. But really, Lowe's name is not on the billboard might have been all there was to it. Because our name was on there, Sakurai, so I guess because we're the same person, his didn't need to be there as repetition. Also, The other thing is, why is his name Lowe? If he is us, why is his name Lowe? It's got to be some kind of like maybe wordplay or some kind of representation. Why is it Lowe of all things? Like it's not even like a Japanese sounding name, so like why? I don't know. Is it love, but a little bit different, and it's what Rin wanted all along, and it's symbolic? Kamiya's, oh, well, I was about to talk in a different voice. Kamiya's name hadn't been on the display, but that was because Sai and Sae were mixed up in her. There is a thread of logic in the way this world conveys its messages. I can't assume that there was no meaning in Lowe's name being absent. Loweの名前は表示されない。なのに、いる。いないはずなのに、いる。Lowe's name wasn't there, and yet it was. He shouldn't be here, and yet he is. おい、さっきから何を考えてやがる。いいから早く二階堂を殺せ! Will you quit second guessing and kill Nikaido already? The more I think about it, the more mysterious Lowe becomes. Lowe's method of getting here was out of the ordinary. スクランブル交差点にいなかったのに、みんなの事情に詳しすぎる。You weren't there at the scramble, but you know too much about everyone. まるでずっと一緒にいたみたいに。いなかったはずなのに、いた。It's like you were always there. You shouldn't have been, yet you were. It was like Lowe had somehow always existed. You... I noticed something wrong about his gesture. Lowe looks like he's in great pain. Wait, did something happen to make him feel so? I was the one who had a knife stabbed in my arm. I should be the one in pain. So, why didn't I feel any pain despite receiving a stab wound? So I guess everything transfers to him because he's the real person, the real body. So that's why he never wanted to harm us in any way, because it would have transferred to him. The other thing that, sorry, this is kind of separate, but I'm sure they're going to explain it very soon. The other unexplained thing, because everything's, I guess, sort of piecing together at this point, the unexplained thing is, who was that freaky-ass person that picked up a shard? I guess it was Lowe, but, like, why would they bother making them look all mysterious like that? Like, the freaky person that picked up the shard, the piece of the shard, and looked straight at the camera. Like, who is that? Because if it's not Lowe, then I can't figure out any other person it could have been. Rin? It wouldn't make sense being anybody else at this point after all of this has happened. So anyways, hopefully we'll get an explanation to that because it was really scary. It's still burned into my retinas. It was very terrifying. Have I ever felt pain since coming to this world? What about when you were starved? What about when you were starved and dying of thirst? You were feeling the effects of that, I think, unless it was just like a very dull pain. But in that case, you wouldn't have felt anything at all if everything you're feeling transfers to Lowe. So I wouldn't say you felt pain in some aspect, yes. Where is my pain gone? Not just physical pain either. My mental suffering had disappeared too. I remembered losing my one and only sister, so why was I taking it so well? Oh my god, you know what? I don't think they're gonna go this route, but y'all, back in January, I was overseas for a while, and somehow I dove into this hole, a rabbit hole of dissociative identity disorder. I might have brought it up in this playthrough, I might not have, but at first, you know, I feel bad, but like, you know, I was uneducated, so at first I didn't believe it was a real thing. I wasn't sure. I'm like, are these people just acting like other people? Like, it's another word for multiple personality disorder, I guess. I think it's the new name, dissociative identity disorder. And if you want a good look into it, there are multiple channels out there. Anthony Padilla did, he does I spent a day with blank, and he did one with people with dissociative identity disorder. But I got introduced to them through a channel called Multiplicity and Me. And I feel like that gave me a super, super good look. But there's also Dissociated, and there are many other channels about it. This sort of sounds like what happens with that, where you experience trauma so young that your personality can't merge into one, so that it splits apart, and your other personalities take on the trauma for you. That's kind of what it's starting to sound like. The thing is, well, they were in elementary school, so they might have fit the age bracket for like when when that can develop. I think it's before the ages of 8 and 9. It's possible to develop this. Anyways, sorry. It's a fascinating subject, and it's horrible for the people that have it and how they came to have it. This is sort of sounding like that. I don't think it is. I don't think it's gonna be that. It's probably just gonna be, you know, yeah. Anyways, sorry. I got kind of intrigued about that. Okay. Anyways, why was I taking it so well? I should feel grief and pain beyond measure. Pain, hatred, and grief. I could find none of these things inside me. Could it be that all of my negative emotions and sensations have been taken away from me? I haven't felt pain ever since I got to this world. So that's why Lowe is like such an asshole and angry and always negative. It's because he's got all of ours. He's a whole ball of that. It didn't even hurt when I got stabbed. Where did that pain go? Lowe should have felt it the moment that he stabbed us. Is he only feeling it now because we're having some kind of realization, so now the sensations are being transferred? I don't understand. Or was he hiding it super well up until this point? I don't get it. There we go. We're going back to this. We're going back to this moment. I feel discomfort when I catch a glimpse of my reflection in the glass. Me, but not me. It's faint, but I feel like I'm missing an important part of me. It feels like I've lost something. A part of me is missing. So, where is my missing self gone? I see now. The moment I notice, an avalanche of information replays in my head. Feels like I'm looking through a peephole. Feels like a dream. Hiding myself in a building that's under construction. Talking to Nikaido in front of the billboard. The menacing look on Kamiya's face in the hotel room. And now, looking at myself on the rooftop of the unfinished building. The rush of sparking memories nauseates me. These memories are not mine, and yet they feel like they are. Is it one of those things where we don't look like how we thought we did the entire time? Whoa, what's happening? What's happening? Hello! Hi there! Where are you going? Where are you going, buddy? You going back to your original body? Are you merging? Are you merging together? There they are, the mirrors. Wow, the soles of his shoes are red. I know there's an expensive brand of shoe out there that has the bottom being red, and that's like it's striking a thing. Merge into one, become one. It is what you're destined to be, black and white, yin and yang, together, the two pieces, combine. Wow, man, I don't know how to feel with this being confirmed. I mean, we had inklings, you know? I had inklings throughout the game and stuff, but I don't know how to feel about this, so we'll see how this pans out. Intense noise, piercing headache. I do my best against the pain I haven't felt in a long time. It feels like the stopper on my memories has been ripped off. I was there when Nikaido was bullied. The throbbing becomes more intense as I connect the dots. The pain is almost unbearable. Alarm bells go off in my heart as I try to put it to words. Once you admit it, there's no running away from it. That's all right. I'm sick of running. I saw it together with you, but the two of us weren't there. So that's what happened. The unease I've felt since the beginning, like seeing myself for the first time. The feeling that I wasn't myself. I put the truth into words. Oh my god! They finally confirmed it. They finally confirmed something solidly in this game. They finally confirmed a thing. Oh my god. It feels like a stopper has been released on my emotions too. Finally. Finally. Lowe, you are myself. Oh my god. I feel so drained right now. I was always at the rooftop, watching Nikaido get bullied. Doing so allowed my hidden feelings to melt away. I didn't stop it. Sometimes I even wanted to add to her suffering. When that happened, I would step back, unable to bring myself to do it. Watching her was enough. Enough to drive her against a wall. I watched her die. I never tried to stop Nikaido's bullying. How did you find out? Did I screw up? No, I couldn't have. That's what happened, wasn't it? Man, it's crazy to see him like this. You're right. What happens now that we know what I was born for? Wait! Oh my god, okay, I need to see this through to the end. I need to see this through to the end. What's gonna happen now that we know? Now that we know the truth, we're gonna choose not to stab her now. So how do we merge back? How do we handle this? Oh my god, what? Okay, nobody's here. What? Did we... Okay, are they gonna blow my mind and be like, oh, from the beginning of the game, you weren't this person, you were this person, or like you were playing from this perspective the whole time, or like, what? So I think I'm Lowe. I think this looks like when we were in Lowe's perspective at the beginning of the repath. This kind of seems like it. So let's just get through it. Oh my god, I'm getting kind of jittery right now. Okay, I felt a certain unease after I woke up. There's an odd weight to my existence. That's a very poignant thing to say. Very fitting, because your existence is an interesting phenomenon. I clearly feel my body. I'm not Kyosuke. Until now, it was never clear to me whether I existed or not. It's another personality / alter in the system, maybe. I don't know if they're doing dissociative identity disorder. Maybe they're just doing like a more primitive version that you often see where it's just another personality in your mind, in a very like just straightforward way when I don't know. This really seems like dissociative identity disorder. So maybe an alter in the system has a separate body now, and it's like, whoa, why is this happening? And this is only possible because of the Chronos world. This is crazy! Wait a minute! Okay. Until now, it was never clear to me whether I existed or not. I was a vague existence, but now I've finally gained sentience. No, where the hell am I? I look around. I seem to be on the rooftop of an unfinished building. Gray skies hang overhead. I decide to move out and head for the hallway. Yo! The ending might make this game for me. It might do it for me because I've been struggling so much every step of the way, technical-wise, story-wise, everything. I've been struggling so much throughout this game, and the experience started to sour once I reached, like, again, the very first playthrough, once Morozumi, disappeared and everything started speeding away and we were all confused and didn't know what was going on for a while, and then it repeated and everything was repetitive and I was like, I was going insane. The ending might make this better. I'm hoping. I'm holding out hope. There are some bits of glass on this floor. I look at my reflection. My heart stops.
Huh?
So normally he's a personality or an alter inside Kyosuke, so he only would ever see Kyosuke. But I guess this is how he sees himself in the mind. Huh? The hell? And who are you supposed to be? The figure doesn't respond, of course. How could he? I'm only staring at my reflection in the glass. So, this is me? Lowe? So that explains why he has a different name. I am a separate personality from Kyosuke. As such, I never had a physical body. That's why he has a separate name. He's an alter. Okay. But now, I'm a distinct entity from Kyosuke.
あいつから生み出された人格が別の人間としてここにいる。
A personality formed in his mind. Is an actual person here?
面白いじゃねえか。
But this sure seems fun. I would love to figure out why I'm here.
調べりゃそのうちわかるだろう。
I guess I'll find out sooner or later. I do know one thing. I have completely split from Kyosuke. I also know that Kyosuke is nearby. I can feel it. Wow, this might make it for me. This is interesting. Okay, I follow my gut and move to another floor. And there's my old friend Kyosuke. And I'm gonna come in with a cool line. Well, don't you seem pathetic. It's gonna be really awesome. He's gonna be so surprised. Bingo. I almost laugh at how smoothly things are going. I stifle my smirk and call him out. Look at you. Who are you? It doesn't look like I know who I am. Figures. Kyosuke never acknowledged me, even in the real world. And it makes sense. Oh, again, sorry. I'm just kind of excited because I've learned so much about dissociative identity disorder recently, and this really aligns, and I feel like I can kind of apply my knowledge. Thank you for educating us, all of those out there who put themselves out there on the internet, but thank you so much. Yeah, anyways, so it makes sense. A lot of them, from their personal experience that I've heard, they deny the existence of the others in their mind because it's like, I don't want to acknowledge that I'm crazy or that their voice is talking to me. I want to push all that away. And, maybe it would bring memories of like trauma. I don't know. There, it makes sense though, like to push that away initially, like it aligns with what I have heard many people with DID talk about. So anyways, I can't act like I'm a person who has all the knowledge. I know how it feels. I know from personal experience. Obviously, I can't say without authority, but from what I've heard, this checks out. I had always been locked away in the lowest depths of his heart. That could be my name. Ha ha ha, really? Okay, I had a feeling that, okay, really? Because of lowest depths, Lowe? Really? Okay, sure, why not? The name's Lowe. Wait! Did he not name him? Oh, wait! Did he come up with a name just now? So maybe they're still saying that he's Kyosuke. Maybe he's still saying that he's Kyosuke. Maybe he, as an alter, never had a separate name. Maybe he named himself just now, which they do name themselves. So it has a nice, ironic twist to it. So he never had a proper name before. I see. I'm your buddy! Don't you remember me? Okay, I might go through the scene slowly because the other ones, sure, it gives you a new perspective on like what happens in the scenes now that we know the past and all their memories and stuff. And like I skipped through them because it was like very long and repetitive. But this one really changes. This initial scene that I had to go through so many times when I was test recording, this really changes. I'm your buddy, don't you remember me? My God. Okay, how is this gonna go? So then, I start to torment Kyosuke and shadow his steps. I see Nikaido. My head hurts at the very sight of her. Why is she alive? She killed herself. Kill her. Murderous intent rises in my body on reflex. I see. So that's how it is. I finally understand the reason for my existence. I, Lowe, am indeed one of Kyosuke's personalities. When I split from my host and gained my own body, I took all of Kyosuke's negative emotions with me. I am his negative emotions given physical form. Okay, so it sounds a bit different from how DID is, maybe. It sounds a bit different, but I can feel that murderous intent guiding my every step. I want to run up to Nikaido and murder her! Wow. So I guess we're gonna see bits and pieces of his experience throughout the game. I keep watching. Kyosuke Sakurai, Karen Nikaido, Yu Momono, Yuria Togoku, Sai Kamiya, Ai Morozumi, Tetsu Kageyama, Sota Machikoji. All the players are on the scene. And then, I'm dead. Who killed me? Dean. I, as in Rin. Rin is dead. Karen Nikaido killed her. Rin's spirit locked all these people up in this world.
あれで終わりじゃないか。
So, that wasn't the end of it, huh? I thought it was all over when Nikaido committed suicide. Well, it wasn't. Nikaido, who should be dead, is alive and well here. As long as she's alive, my vengeance is not over. There's still something for me to do. I won't be able to save Dean otherwise. I won't be able to fill this hole in my heart.
リン、見ててくれよな。
You must be watching over me, Dean. I'll make Nikaido die a second time. I better move quick. But a sense of unease assaults me. Is killing her going to be enough? Will it all be over when she dies? We're all locked up here because it didn't end with her death. Her murder is not enough. If so, what should I be doing here? Okay, so Lowe didn't know his objective in the beginning of what he assumed Rin wanted. He's making a lot of, assumptions about the world from his not what he has, on hand. So I guess he created his own objective of forcing everybody to end up dying, and then have it be down to Kyosuke and why am I forgetting her name? Nikaido. I guess this is when he formed the conclusion that that's where he wanted to force everything to go to. I need details before I can make my next move. Togoku's the most obvious choice here. I'm sure she'll cook up a theory or two. So yeah, I remember Togoku mentioned Lowe approaching her pretty early on, like before she disappeared. That was like at the very beginning of the game. We never saw it happen, and she mentioned that, so that's true. I kind of pushed it out of my mind, but well, I guess we'll maybe see the meeting happen. So I guess he's gonna approach her and tell her that Nikaido is the culprit, because I think that's what Togoku said, maybe. The following day, everyone's looking for a way to escape this world. I have a chance of talking with Togoku, but not in private. It can't be helped. I have to sneak into the hotel. For now, I play the game of watching them.